fluently. You barely speak theirs at all. And there is one signal, one specific thing your dog does multiple times every single day that almost every owner interprets as the complete opposite of what it actually means. When I tell you what it is, you will think back to a specific moment with your dog and feel something shift. I will get to that. But first, I need to show you what your dog has actually been trying to say. The science of dog body language began in earnest in the 1990s, when Norwegian ethologist Turid Rugaas spent years observing hundreds of dogs in naturalistic settings. What she documented was not random behavior. It was a structured, consistent, intentional communication system that dogs use with each other and with humans. A system she called calming signals, deliberate, readable, repeatable signals that carry specific meaning every single time they appear. The problem is not that the language is complicated. The problem is that nobody teaches it to us. We are handed a dog and told to love it, and we do. But we spend the entire relationship guessing at what it is trying to say, while our dog reads us with a clarity that should make us feel slightly embarrassed. Let me change that right now. The first signal is the tail, and I need you to forget almost everything you think you know about what a wagging tail means. A wagging tail does not simply mean a happy dog. The height of the wag, the speed of the wag, and this is the part that will surprise you, the direction of the wag all carry completely different information. A tail held high and wagging fast signals arousal and confidence. That can be excitement and happiness, but it can also be aggression. A tail held low and wagging slowly signals uncertainty and submission. A tail tucked completely under the body signals fear. But here is the finding that changed how researchers think about this entirely. Studies using high-speed cameras revealed that dogs wag their tails asymmetrically depending on their emotional state. When a dog sees something it has positive feelings about, its owner, a familiar, friendly dog, the wag biases to the right side of the dog's body. When a dog sees something that triggers negative arousal, a threatening stranger, an unfamiliar aggressive dog, the wag biases to the left. You cannot see this with the naked eye at normal speed, but other dogs can detect it, and they respond to it, which means two dogs in a park are exchanging emotional information through tail direction that is completely invisible to every human watching them. Your dog has been doing this in front of you your entire life. You just did not have the frame to see it. The second signal is the ears, and this one you can see if you know where to look. Ears carried forward and slightly raised mean your dog is engaged, alert, and interested. Something has captured its attention, and it is leaning into that attention. This is the ear position of curiosity. Ears pulled slightly back, not flat, just slightly rotated back and down, mean uncertainty. Your dog is processing something it is not sure about. It is in an assessment state, neither comfortable nor afraid, waiting for more information. Ears flattened fully against the skull mean fear or appeasement. Your dog is making itself small. It is saying, I am not a threat. Please do not hurt me. The positions in between those three are where most of the communication happens, and most of it gets missed entirely. One ear forward and one ear back means divided attention. Your dog is tracking two things simultaneously and cannot decide which requires more focus. Ears that cycle between positions rapidly mean your dog is in a rapidly shifting emotional state, cycling between engagement and uncertainty faster than words could express it. Watch your dog's ears for one full day, and you will see a running emotional commentary that has been there your entire relationship. You will wonder how you ever missed it. The third signal is the eyes, specifically the shape of them and what that shape is communicating in real time. Soft eyes, slightly squinted, relaxed lids, no tension in the muscles around the socket, mean contentment and trust. A dog with soft eyes is a dog that feels safe. When your dog looks at you with soft eyes, it is not just looking at you, it is telling you that in this moment, you are its safe place in the world. Hard eyes, round, wide, fixed, with tension visible in the muscles around them, mean your dog has shifted into a threat assessment state. Something has changed in the environment, and your dog's nervous system has registered it, before its conscious mind has processed it. And then there is the whale eye. The whale eye is when you can see the whites of your dog's eyes, the sclera, visible at the corners or edges of the eye. It happens when a dog turns its head away from something while keeping its eyes fixed on it. The head says, "I am not engaging with this." The eyes say, "But I am not taking my attention off it either." The whale eye is one of the clearest stress signals in the dog communication system. It means your dog is uncomfortable. It means your dog is asking for space. It means something in the immediate environment is causing your dog genuine distress. Most owners who see the whale eye move closer. They think the dog looks funny or surprised. They lean in to get a better look. That is exactly the wrong response. And your dog, who just told you as clearly as it possibly could that it needed space, watches you misread it and has no choice but to escalate to a more obvious signal, which is usually a growl, which the owner then punishes, which removes the only warning system the dog had left. Understanding the whale eye alone will change how you interact with your dog forever. The fourth signal is one of the most commonly misread moments in the entire dog-human relationship. Your dog is yawning at you. You are in the middle of something tense, maybe a vet visit, maybe a loud argument nearby. Maybe you are frustrated and your dog can feel it, and your dog yawns, and you think your dog is bored or tired or simply not paying attention. Your dog is doing none of those things. Turid Rugas documented this signal across hundreds of hours of observation and thousands of interactions. The yawn in a non-tired dog in a socially charged situation is a calming signal. It is deliberate communication. It is your dog saying, in the clearest language it has, "I am not a threat. I am trying to lower the tension in this space. I see that something is wrong, and I am doing the one thing I know how to do to make it better." When your dog yawns at you during a stressful moment, it is not checked out. It is fully present and actively trying to help. It is doing emotional labor on your behalf, using the only vocabulary it has access to. Think about every time your dog yawned during something difficult. Think about what was happening in the room, and then think about whether you said anything back. The fifth signal is one you have felt 100 times and probably never thought twice about. Your dog leans into you, presses the full weight of its body against your legs, stands so close that you can feel the warmth of it through your clothes. You call it affectionate. You call it clingy sometimes. You move away because you are trying to walk somewhere. What your dog is doing is something that has no equivalent in casual human interaction. The lean is a vulnerability signal. In order to lean its full body weight against you, your dog has to surrender its balance. It has to give up its ability to move quickly in any direction. It has to trust that you will not let it fall. In the wild, that level of physical vulnerability would only be extended to the most trusted member of the entire social group. Not a friend, not a companion. The one animal whose presence made the world safe enough to let your guard down completely. When your dog leans against you, it is not asking for affection. It is expressing trust at a level that has no human word adequate enough to describe it. It is saying, "You are the safest place I have ever found, and I am proving it by making myself completely vulnerable in your presence every single time." There is something that happens when you start to actually see this language for what it is. Something shifts in how you experience your dog, because you stop seeing a pet doing random things and you start seeing a being with a rich, structured, intentional inner life that has been trying to reach you from the very beginning. The yawn during the hard moment, the lean before the thunder starts, the soft eyes when you come home, the tail that swings right when it sees your face, the ear that tilts toward your voice, even when your dog's eyes are closed and it seems like it is sleeping. None of it was random. None of it was nothing. All of it was language, a language that was spoken to you every single day of your relationship with that animal, a language that asked nothing except that you learn enough of it to hear what was being said. Your dog has been talking to you your whole life. Now you know how to listen. Subscribe to PawAndBrain. Every video on this channel is one more word in the language your dog has been trying to teach you from the very beginning. The answers are always stranger and more beautiful than you expect. I will see you in the next one.